what is public relations? It's simply very simple. It is accurate, consistent, timely communications of what you want to say, the right message to the right audience at the right time. And that's true. It doesn't matter whether you're a little business or a huge business. It's exactly that, and it fits perfectly. So, why would you use PR versus advertising? When businesses start up and do a business plan, you'll see most of the time we get marketing, and that's sales, profit, gadgets. Then they'll put their advertising. Advertising hugely expensive. Open to correction, but a full page in the witness is going to set you back 27,000. And are you going? And that's if you get a full page. Most of us can only afford, if you're lucky, a couple of thousand rand for a little thing. That's a 10 by 3 or something. And what return are you going to get on it? It's very little. Most of the time, it's not measured. PR is probably one of your most cost-effective methods. And if you work at it hard yourselves, you can get it for free. It's your time, not my time. People will pay me to do this. But the idea is getting coverage without paying for that space. The other reason that you would do it is that when you see an advert, you know it's an advert. You know somebody's trying to sell you something. They're pushing. When you read a story that is about something or quotes you, and it's in the newspaper, it is seen as a third-party endorsement of your product, of what you do. And it gets far more credibility than an advert. And that's probably more the reason that you would go the PR route than you would go advertising. And if you're looking at consumers, they're far likely to make a decision to use your product based on that third-party endorsement. And it's the same as if somebody goes, it's like word-of-mouth referral. Somebody says, I had a great experience with these guys, and I think next time, if you're looking for something, don't forget to go and see these guys. Now, the big thing is I've got here is finding a topic. Say you're going to go to newspapers. What am I going to communicate? What's my story? You've got to start thinking. Everybody has got to start thinking like a reader, like a TV. You watch TV every day. Has anybody ever stopped to think that, how did that story get there? That story got there because somebody outside picked up the telephone and phoned the TV station and said, I saw, let's face it, there was one I saw on ETV, a little tag in it, if you watch news, they've got all these funny little things at the end. And in Cape Town, there was a guy, a car guard, who sang, right, and he would do all the singing. And somebody must have phoned ETV or taken a little, in fact they did, they took cell phone video of this chat and they sent it to the TV station. And the TV station went out, interviewed the chap, took little notes of him saying, what is the upshot of this thing? This man's going to get a contract somewhere else that's going to take him from being a car guard to an advert star or whatever. But he's landed himself a huge contract because somebody thought it was a neat little story. So a lot of the times we're so worried about, is this a story, that we forget just to think creatively. Fair enough. You have to be creative. If you're not a scandalous CEO or something, or these guys, or a pop star, or one of these movie stars, or people that everybody's falling over all the time to interview and have a picture of, royalty, then yes, you need to look at your business. Think about, what would I like to read? What would I like to see about me and my business that would be interesting? See? And ask yourself, the other thing you also have to is that you're all experts in your field. Right? You're the subject expert. So you must know that what you offer, produce, compile, interpret, analyze, or understand better than anybody else does. Okay? And then the other thing is, what's the source of your story? I'm thinking about, I've been a journalist for ages, and I want to know not what's the point, not what the facts are, but what's saucy, what's the thing that's going to catch me when you phone and ask. So what I was thinking about is what are some of and when you're approaching me with a newspaper journalist, what you need to do is be short, to the point. Journalists think like a bus that's leaving, if you can understand. I always have this picture. And if you're telling a story, a lot of us tend to start at the beginning. Watch newspaper stories, they start at the end. They give you the result and then they work back to the beginning. And the concept is, understand, you're on a bus and you're waving goodbye. You've got to tell your story for the distance that you can reach with your voice. And that's not very far if the bus is leaving and you're waving goodbye. So you've got to be to the point, quick, little nib, say what you want to say. They'll come back and they'll find they'll write the story for you. You don't have to write it. You don't have to give them tons. You just have to go and say, this is what's interesting.